Turning now to an Obama administration decision that we learned about today, one that is once again at odds with President Obama's much ballyhooed pledge to be the most transparent administration in history. The issue at hand, Hillary Clinton's role in crafting the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which is the largest regional trade deal in history, brokered while Hillary Clinton led the State Department. It's a deal which the likely Democratic nominee vouched for as Secretary of State no fewer than 45 times between 2010 and 2013, and called it the gold standard of all trade deals. But as a candidate with harsh criticism about the trade deal coming from Bernie Sanders and desiring the support of labor unions that oppose the deal, Clinton said she did not work on the controversial trade deal, and she came out against it, arguing that Congress should reject it.
As of today, I am not in favor of what I have learned about it. I have said from the very beginning that we had to have a trade agreement that would create good American jobs, raise wages, and advance our national security. And I still believe that's the high bar we have to meet. I don't believe it's going to meet the high bar.
Now, Clinton's role, or lack thereof, in the behind-the-scenes formation of this trade deal has been of real interest. Almost a year ago, last July, the senior editor for investigations at the International Business Times, David Sirota, filed a Freedom of Information Act request with the State Department for then-Secretary Clinton's correspondence related to the Pacific trade deal. Now, this is certainly in the public interest. Sanders is not the only Clinton opponent of the trade deal. So is Donald Trump. He's also critical of the trade deal. Last November, State Department official Charlotte Duckett estimated that Sirota's request would be completed by April of this year. That did not happen, however. And today, Sirota announced that the State Department has told him that his request will not be completed until the end of November, after the presidential election. Now, the average Freedom of Information Act request made of the State Department takes 111 days to process. Sirota says this one, according to his calculation, will take 489 days. Now, this means that you, as a voter, will not have information that you might want about Hillary Clinton and an important substantive issue dealing with jobs and trade. You won't have that information, of course, until you've already decided whether or not you vote for her or for Donald Trump. The Department Inspector General in January noted that the State Department is particularly weak among Obama administration agencies when it comes to fulfilling the obligations of this law. The IG said that responses to these requests are deficient, that there aren't enough personnel at the State Department to carry out all the requests, and that State Department leaders have not played a meaningful role in making any improvements. And at a certain point, one begins to wonder if these weaknesses are deliberate and that these efforts to conceal information do not conceal a certain disdain for the public. And you're right to know.